I want to introduce on stage probably one of the brightest guys I ever met. He will be giving you more and more insights into all this metaverse. Please welcome Taylor Freeman.
Thank you. All right, big respect to Yvonne. Thank you for that. So today we'll be diving a bit into the metaverse, a concept that has been one of the most hyped words in the past year, and there's still a lot of confusion around. So first and foremost, we will go into the origin of the term. So despite what a lot of people think, the term actually did not come from Facebook. It came from the book Snow Crash, written by Neil Stephenson in 1992. And in terms of the overall definition for the metaverse, this is one that I've found to be the most comprehensive. So the metaverse is a massively scaled and interoperable network of real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds which can be experienced synchronously and persistently by an effectively unlimited number of users with an individual sense of presence and with continuity of data such as identity, history, entitlements, objects, communications, and payments. And so I think there's also a lot of confusion around the metaverse and Web3. I'm sure a lot of people have sort of thought, are these the same thing? Are they connected? So in an effort to create some clarity, here's a definition of Web3. So Web3 is an idea for a new iteration of the World Wide Web, which incorporates concepts such as decentralization, blockchain technologies, and token-based economics. And so this actually was coined by one of the co-founders of Ethereum, Gavin Wood, where he described it as a decentralized online ecosystem based on blockchain. So again, related concepts, but definitely not the same. So just to provide a little glimpse into the future here, these are some of the best vision videos for what the metaverse might look like in the future.
Lens built-in display will give you augmented reality wherever you look.
Imagine if you could be at the office without the commute. You would still have that sense of presence, shared physical space, those chance interactions that make your day. Let's call her.
Naomi!
Hey, should we deal you in?
Hey, sorry I'm running late, but you've got to see what we're checking out. There's an artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces for people to find.
3D street art? That's cool.
Send that link over so we can all look at it. This is stunning.
Okay, that is something.
That's awesome.
Good morning.
Except the oasis. People come to the oasis for all the things they can do. But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah.
All right, so to put some structure around this, how should we think about the metaverse? So there's a really nice graphic created that has 7 key pillars. So you can see on the top we have hardware. So these are the devices that we use to access the metaverse. Then we have compute. This is the computing power that's required to actually render these worlds. Then you have networking. So that's the internet that's sending information back and forth. That's actually potentially one of the biggest challenges and biggest infrastructure problems that we have to realize the metaverse. Next, we have virtual platforms. So that will be things like gaming, that will be things like education. We have interchange tools and standards, so that's where blockchain could play a large role with interoperability. We have payment services, so that could be cryptocurrencies, that could be more traditional payment rails. And then we have content, services, and assets. So you could think of some of the things like NFTs as part of that. So then, in terms of the actual hardware, so a lot of people think of the metaverse as purely virtual reality. So that is one way to access the metaverse, but also augmented and mixed reality headsets, smartphones, tablets, computers, consoles. You can think of the metaverse as this persistent 3-dimensional space that exists that we can use all of these different tools to access. And in the future, we'll be looking at things like lighter weight, mixed reality glasses, sort of like you saw in the video. We'll be looking at contact lenses. There's already early prototypes of this working. And then, of course, the next generation will be things like brain-computer interfacing. So where are we today? If we look back over time and we look at the rise of the internet era, another similar platform shift, you could argue that we're roughly around where this gray arrow is relative to the metaverse. And if we think about the value creation of the companies that started during the internet era, just the top 10 companies have a combined market cap of $4.3 trillion. So this same tidal wave of opportunity is coming with this next generation of platforms, and it's just providing tremendous, tremendous opportunity. So recently, there was a study conducted by World Economic Forum that had 21,000 respondents from 29 countries, and they asked everyone, how do you think the metaverse is going to change our daily lives in the future? And we actually saw that virtual learning was the #1, followed by entertainment in VR, virtual work settings, virtual enhanced gaming, and so forth. So this leads into just a quick overview of how we're thinking about the metaverse. We're building a virtual campus where you can learn in the metaverse, and we've had the great opportunity to work with some very pioneering brands. So it's quite irrefutable at this point how effective this technology is for learning. I could have an hour of just slides of all the statistics, but some that I found very interesting are the increased retention. So 400% increase in retention. We also see a major one today with the social media era, 150% less distracted. This is so, so important. So looking at some data as the general metaverse. So Oculus was the #1 most downloaded app on Christmas last year. There were 12.3 million concurrent users, so all at the same time attending a virtual concert in Fortnite, a Travis Scott concert, so bigger than any physical event could really be. About 75% of the kids in the US between 9 and 12 are playing Roblox regularly. Fortnite generated close to $6 billion in revenue last year. Decentraland, they had a market cap of close to 11 billion at its peak. And then finally, Apple is preparing to create major waves in the market with their XR headset. And so I just encourage everyone, despite the hype, despite the haters, keep in mind, this is the next platform shift. It's coming, and it's going to be incredible. Thank you very much.